Hello guys and welcome. So today's video is going to be showing you the sounds of the Marshall Studio Vintage 20. But before that, I just want to give you a quick brief on what we mean when we say a Plexi or a Marshall Plexi. So basically that is the older type Marshall amplifiers that had no master volume. So the only way you could get it to overdrive would be to turn up the actual loudness 1 or loudness 2, depending if you had them jumped or what channels you was in. So that's what we mean by Plexi, is the older type amps that don't have a master volume, the Marshalls. Now they do a few different variations now on them and they all sound absolutely incredible. So you would get the Studio series, which are the 20 watt versions, and you can get the JTM Studio, which is based on the JTM 45, and the Studio Vintage 20, which is based on the 1959 Super Leads. They're both 20 watts, and then from there you go up to the JTM 45, which also known as the Blues Breaker. And then you would go up to the 1987X, which is a 50 watt Marshall amplifier. And then you go up to the 100 watt 1959 Super Lead Plexi. And as you go up accordingly, you get better headroom. But as I said, you can get all the tones from the 1959 out of the Studio Vintage 20, and the same with the JTM Studio, with matching the JTM 45. All the tones are there, it just breaks up earlier. And all I will say is with the Studio Vintage, you don't really want to run it maxed out. It's too saggy and too oversaturated. You know, you want to just use the Studio Vintage 20 before that happens, you know, because the way I look at it, whatever you would have the 1959 Super Lead on, to get that same sound on the Studio Vintage 20, you need to basically turn it a quarter less, because the 100 watt obviously breaks up not as quick as the 20 watt. So you get more headroom with the bigger ones, and you know, they stay clean for longer. But when we say about these tones, they're all in there, guys. I mean, you know, the Eric Clapton Blues Breaker tone, the Led Zeppelin tone, the Jimi Hendrix, even the Eddie Van Halen as well. All them tones are in the Studio Vintage 20 and it sounds absolutely incredible. So I would say go and try one of these at whatever Plexi. You know, the one thing about these amplifiers, they are true. So literally what you put in, you're going to get out. You put good in, you're going to get amazing out. Now, they are very unforgiving. And what I mean by that is it picks up every detail. But what makes that so great is it picks up all the detail of the individual player. So, you know, not every player will sound the same through one of the Plexi amplifiers. You know, it makes it unique, and I would highly recommend that you, if you've never tried a Plexi, go, if you've got a store near you that you can go to, definitely try one out. I'll never forget the first time that I plugged into a 100 watt Super Lead Plexi. It was at my local store. There was literally only room for me and the amplifier in this tiny capsule room, and I remember turning it up and it was loud, guys. It was a very visceral and terrifying experience, but one that was unmatched in the actual fun of playing through an amp like that. And I'll recommend anyone go and try a Plexi out in your store if you can get to a store that's got any of them in, and just have a blast playing through them, guys. The thing about them is when you turn them up, the overdrive that you get is a clean, transparent, non-fizzy overdrive with sustain. It's also got the sustain as well, and immediately when you play through them, they all have them classic 60s and 70s guitar sounds. You know, if you want to sound like any of them bands that used them back in the day, all of them tones are in it. Absolutely incredible experience, and I reckon every guitar player should at least go and try a Plexi at least once, just to hear it, especially 100 watt as well. I mean, it's just a visceral experience. Anyway guys, that's just a quick brief. On with the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the sounds of the Marshall Studio Vintage 20.